This entrepreneur graduated high school early. This entrepreneur took classes at MIT before working at NASA and SpaceX. Unusual profile in PropTech, I'd say. This entrepreneur started her own company before she turned 21. Let's welcome to the stage Valkyrie Holmes from Fora.
Did you know that 2 in 5 people will be impacted by a natural disaster in the next 3 years? That's 40%, practically half of the people in this room. And if not in this room, it's friends, family, and loved ones. Now, it's no secret the world is getting hotter, with the number of billion-dollar disasters skyrocketing to 28 last year. Residents are now becoming climate refugees. 3 million people relocated in the aftermath, many of them losing their most valuable assets, their homes. Now, how many people in this room have home insurance? We all need it, right? Well, what if I told you that tomorrow your policy would be canceled and you couldn't find another one for 6, 12, maybe even 18 months? Well, as of 2023, over 53% of all available home insurance policies have been dropped in the same 3-year period. That means normal people like you and I, can no longer qualify for insurance at all, let alone affordable insurance. When we start to connect the dots between the impact of natural disasters and the insurability crisis, this paints a terrifying reality for over 84 million families in the US. Now, why is this happening? Well, because floods and fires are forcing insurance companies out of the states that need them most, all because they don't fully understand their risk. When we think of State Farm, Allstate, Farmers, Chubb, these big insurance companies, what do they all have in common? These 4 companies have all canceled or non-renewed their entire books of business in California and other coastal and disaster-prone states. And here's the kicker. Because they don't understand their climate exposure and are pulling out of the market entirely, they are missing out on billions of dollars in premium that should be easily accessible to them. Now, I want to introduce you to Paul. Paul lives in a wildfire-prone area in Napa Valley, but he's never filed a claim, and his home was actually certified as wildfire safe by his county. And yet, his insurance company canceled him last month because of vegetation in his backyard. Vegetation that, upon further inspection, didn't even exist. Paul's policy was canceled because of a lack of understanding, because insurance companies simply don't have the data to properly understand which homes to insure in these higher risk areas. But it's not just about which properties are going to be hit by a natural disaster. It's about which properties are going to survive. My name is Valkyrie Holmes, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Fora. We help insurance companies make more profitable decisions in disaster-prone areas while helping homeowners reduce their risk. Now, let's say you're applying for a typical homeowner's policy. Usually you sign with an agent, or maybe you use some kind of online quoting service, and then you kind of forget you have it, right? But on the flip side, an underwriter has to make an educated decision about whether this is a good risk to insure. In order to do so, they simply ping our platform to get a better look. You as the policyholder then get a text with your own personalized self-inspection, where you walk around your property for 5 to 10 minutes collecting pictures and videos of your most potent risk factors. At the end, both parties get their own resilience score, along with action items they can use to upgrade their tangible survivability. Now, there's a lot of players in the insurability space, but big companies are lagging behind. The big 4 I mentioned earlier rely solely on satellite and aerial imaging to place a lot of their risk. But you can only get so much information from the sky, leaving a lot of that risk way out in the open. Other companies rely on sending physical inspectors to these properties, which is not only time-consuming, but expensive, with both of these options offering zero tangible value to the homeowner. Then comes Fora. We are the only natural disaster assessment on the market that gives insurance companies the data they need to expand their books of business. We're fully white labeled and customizable, and we're not only giving insurance companies ways to upgrade their most valuable assets, but we're helping homeowners streamline the risk reduction process. Now, this is the process before Fora. Does this guy look like he's having fun to you? If you were in Paul's shoes, you would have to sit on the phone with your insurance company for a couple of hours, all for them to ask for your email. And then you get an email with information about your policy with zero tangible advice, feedback, or transparency. And half the time, that information isn't even correct. This is the system we're shifting with Fora. We turn property characteristics into actionable insights and tangible value all in less than 10 minutes. By providing each company with their own parcel and resilience score and collecting these photos and videos of the property, we put an expert opinion in your prospect's pocket. With Fora, we are changing the way insurance companies think about the profitability of their portfolio. Now, the home insurance market is a $230 billion market that grows 4% every year. Underwriters spend about $3 billion just on their reporting alone, with an added $50 billion on modeling, inspections, and binding expenses. We target this opportunity by providing companies with all of the information they need to make the right decision the first time. In terms of our traction, we've done more in the last 3 months than our competitors have in the last 3 years, and we're not letting up. Since February, we started from a little over 1,000 assessments to over 6,000 Fora assessments, with XPRIZE now listing us as a resource to over 35,000 more. We've unlocked over $100,000 in insurance risk reduction benefits for our policyholders, with our current clients on the cutting edge of risk management at over $3 billion in AUM across the country. And this doesn't just stop with insurance companies. Oh no, the vision of Fora is to create a comprehensive data set of the entire survivability of the US, not just for insurers, but for banks and lenders, smart city planners, real estate professionals, and so many more, protecting all of our most valuable assets. And today, we're one step closer to that goal because as of today, we have officially scaled all of our natural disaster tools from 1 to 5, 3 years ahead of schedule. That's right, that means wildfire, hurricane, hail, flood, you name it. We are delivering this full suite of climate tools to cover anything these disasters might throw at us. And our team is its own force of nature. I previously worked for NASA and SpaceX on commercial rideshare, sending companies into space, as well as founding a startup that used drones to fight wildfires on the front lines. My co-founder and CTO, Amanda Southworth, has been in the space for over a decade, building accessibility technology for Apple, Target, Godiva, and many more. At our core, we are preparing the homes of today for the disasters of tomorrow. By equipping insurance companies with the most accurate picture of risk, we help homeowners just like you find affordable policies in areas that would have been uninsurable. We know which properties are going to survive natural disasters, and now you can too. Thank you.